The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Detroit Lions. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. Yeah, that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
Orbit.
51 to Mike.
To throw, Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing, Cousins. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. Blue there. Blue there. 29.
To throw is Cousins. It's caught. Jones. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, how about the passing numbers so far in this first drive?
Oh, no doubt about it. They're flinging it around pretty successfully. And look at the start. The confidence level that we see in him rising because he's hit a few early. And how about the last one? The big shot right there.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now Cousins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal.
Right here, guys. Fight.
Throwing is Cousins. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
At the 22-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Two. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. In your face.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. This complete to Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
A nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 33-yard line.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Cousins. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Mayfield now. Got his man complete over the middle. It's May. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Cleveland.
Good. 180. 58. Come on. I got you.
They'll run on first down. Donnelly. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Browns first down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. You don't want nothing. You don't want nothing. Hey.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Hey, bud, 180. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
Now on second and 13. Mayfield. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. A dime look defensively for the Lions on third.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield. Flushed out right. His pass caught at the 4. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's go, B, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Now Cousins. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Cousins now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Cousins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Browns drive about to get started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Go.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Ball going deep here. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Johnson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. A throw over the middle, taken in. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Cousins now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Cousins now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the 25 on 2nd down, Cousins. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball to the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Here we go. Check 52. Check 24. Check 24. Hey, Ken. First.
Cousins to throw it. Galladay's got it. And the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. To try here for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
It's second down.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that's scripted. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Squeeze, double.
On second down now, it's Hunt. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ready, set. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Let's go.
On 3rd and 2, Fitzgerald. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns get a score closer. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will shave one more off this lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Bravo!
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. I got one, I got one.
Here's Cousins. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 38.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Cousins now. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
I got it. 29. Zebra. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right, safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Leave it, Ringo, 48.
Again, it's Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And their lead will swell up to 28. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Browns' drive about to get started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check. Undercrush.
Topper!
Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a give, right side. Donnelly. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And down to the 7-yard line. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 7-yard line. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Gano the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated.
It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 39. A big play that time for Cleveland. 41 yards.
First down, Cleveland.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, punt, and give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. On 4th down, Fitzgerald. He finds Beckham complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. 2nd down and goal. Fitzgerald. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
The busy night continues for Johnson. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Jahan, what I need? Quaker Omaha. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Now a give, right side. Wilkinson. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot. Check 15, check 15.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for the Lions, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what?